Hello, today we'll learn about one of the most powerful tools in programming, and that is loops. Loops are nothing but repeating a set of instructions. And we'll learn about the three types of loops, which is while, for, and nested loops. So let's begin with what are loops. In real life, if somebody talks about loops, then in your mind you draw a picture of a circle and you feel like you're going round and round in. That is what loops are. In Python programming or in any programming, loops are nothing but repetition of a set of instructions several times. Why we use loops? First of all, because you are writing just once and the computer is repeating it, so that saves time and effort. Plus, as a human being, even if we are writing the same set of instructions again and again, then we can make some mistakes. But when the computer is doing something repeatedly, it will not make a mistake. The common difference between a human and a machine. So now let's see how we are actually implementing these loops in Python. Before that, I would want you to come back to this. So suppose this is that loop around the field and I have asked you to say run around it three times. So what do you do? Suppose this is the starting point. You will run around this and you will say, okay, I have run once. The second one, and then you say, okay, this is round two, then the third, and this is round 3. Basically, you are keeping a count of how many times you are running. That means if I want to implement loops in Python, then there should be a way of counting how many times that loop is running, so that if I decide that a loop should run say 5 times, 7 times, 10 times, 100 times, or the program decides n number of times it should run, we have to keep a count of that, and that is what is done using a counter. So we are keeping a record of how many times the loop is running using a variable counter. Let us just see what we are doing. So this is a simple Python program, and let's see how it is working. Here is the loop statement. For this is the counter variable. You can use any legal variable name the counter. So it could be num, it could be counter, it could be num underscore count, whatever you feel like. And then I use the keyword in. It is saying that it is in range 5. What does this mean? If I'm just saying range 5, then the counter will start from 0, that is default, and it will run till I is equal to 4. Yes, not 5 but 4. So whatever is the value here, minus 1 it will run. Then you have to give these colon. I'm sorry, I just overwrote. So this colon you have to give. And then this is the instruction that is within the loop. Here I am giving just one instruction, but actually you can have multiple instructions within the for loop. What will happen is, for I is equal to 0, this will be printed hello world, and then the control will go from here back to the loop. The moment it goes back to the for loop, the value of the counter will be increased. Right now it is 0. The moment it reaches back here, it will increase to 1. Basically, I is equal to I plus 1. Although you are not writing it, it will happen automatically with each time the control is passed. So now I is equal to 1. So again it will print it. Then again the control will pass from here to here, and what will happen? The value of I will increase. So now I will be equal to 1 plus 1, which is 2. Similarly, it will be executed again and again. In the final iteration, I will become 5, then the control will exit. It will go to whatever is the next statement here. Okay? It will not go back to the beginning of this statement. Now let me open ideally and show you how it will actually be working. I have ideally open. And for this simple program, I'm not going to use a new file, just one line I have to write. So I'll just write it. For I in range 5. And then don't remember the colon. And the moment you give colon, so now see, the command prompt is not come. So I will say print, I think it was hello. Okay, did you see what has happened? I did not close this. What I'll do here is I'm going to use something shortcut. I'll just paste. Then I will go here and now I will say enter. Okay, it is correct. Enter once more and see the output is there. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 5 times hello world has been printed. Now let us move back to our presentation. Like I mentioned at the beginning, there are two primary types of loops that we are going to discuss, while loop and for loop. So what is the difference between while loop and for loop? In for loop, I know how many times the set of instructions have to be repeated. Whereas for while loop, I do not know the number of times it will be repeated. I just know that the set of instructions should be repeated till some condition is true. Let me give you an example. There is a set of stairs that leads to the higher floors of the building, and I tell you that you have to climb 10 steps. Fine. That means the act of climbing, the task of climbing has to be done 10 times. So you are climbing 10 steps. If I want to draw a little figure, then it will be something like this. You will be doing this 10 times. I'm not drawing it 10 times, but you get the point. The number of steps is fixed. If I tell you that you have to climb the stairs till you reach the first floor, then what happens? Then it doesn't depend there are 5 stairs or 10 or 50 you have to climb. You have to keep climbing till you reach the first floor. So if the first floor of the building is here, so you will have to climb more steps till you reach there. Okay, so that means the task or the act of climbing steps has to be done till you reach first floor. The moment you have reached the first floor, you will not climb any more steps. Now just mark the difference. So if, see, how many steps are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, there are just 7 steps in first floor. If you are using a while loop, so after 7 steps it will stop. But if I was using for loop here, then I will move beyond 8, 9. Okay, I'll move till I reach the number 10. I have to repeat the instructions the fixed number of times. So this is the difference between the while loop and the for loop. So these are primarily two types of loops, but of course there is a third type which is a nested loop, when one loop runs inside another loop. So this could be a for loop is running within a for loop, or a while loop is running within a while loop. So those are nested loops. You could have a while loop within a for loop or a for loop within a while loop. It is just a matter of there is one loop within another loop. So next, let's look at the programs and see how actually for loops are run. Very simple. We are just printing the number here. This is the counter. Initial value is defined. That means the counter will not start with 0, but it will start with num is equal to 1. It will go till num is equal to how much? Not 6 but 5. Let me just write this program and show it to you how it will actually work. I have this here and I have saved it. So now let me run it and see what happens. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is printed. Now let us write a program to find factorial of a number. So do you know what is factorial of a number? 5 factorial is 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. 10 factorial would be 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 multiplication till 10. So we have to write a program to find the factorial of a number. This is how we are going to write it. So let me show you once again how we do that. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to same program. Okay, I have already written it down, so I'm safe. Copying and pasting. I hope it is correct. So now Control S, it is saved, you can see. And now I'm going to run it. F5. Enter a number. So let me enter 5 first. Okay. Factorial is 120. Wanna run again? Why not? Run module. Enter a number. By the way, this is not a very good way to say enter a number. So you should actually write that this is a program to calculate the factorial of the number, and then you say that enter a number, and then you say 10. So factorial of 10 is 3628800. So that is how we have found the factorial of the number easily. Now let us move to while loop. Can you see there is a difference between the way we were working with the for loop and the way we are working with this? Initialization is happening here. This is the final value of the counter. X is less than or equal to 5. So the moment it reaches 6, while loop will cease to be functioning. And we are increasing the value of the count here. And here again we are doing nothing but we are printing 1 to 5 but using the while loop. Okay? Let me just show you how it will actually be working in a program very quickly. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is printed. So now we have done for loop and we have done while loop. You can see the similarity between the for and the while loop. How the counter is used to run through the loops. You must have observed a very basic difference between the for and the while loop, and that is the counter in a for loop is incremented automatically. Now we are going to take advantage of this automatic increment of the for loop and we'll make it run through list. This is the program that I have here. This is a list that I have created. You already know about lists. We have done that in previous videos. For fruit in, so this is my counter variable. I did tell you that you can name it whatever you want to. So this is a counter variable in fruits. Rather than saying range 1,6 or anything else, I am saying in fruits. Python already knows that fruits is a list, this list. So when I say for fruit in fruits, then the first value of fruit is what is in the first location of the fruits list. So basically, why I have put 0? Because this is 0th position, this is first position, and this is second position. So fruits 0 is equal to fruits 1 is equal to right banana, and fruits 2 is nothing but mango. Okay, fruits 0, fruits 1, fruits 2 is going to be the counter variable value. Okay, if you think that you will be more comfortable thinking about the counter variable as integer, then you can think of it like this, that I is this, or I is this, or I is this. Okay, so for fruit in fruits, so the first time fruit is print apple, then the control passes to beginning of the for loop. So second time it will be printed banana, and then the third time it will be printed mango. This is how we run the for loop or through list. List can be as long as you want it to be. Let me show you how it works in ideally. So as you know that I always have it written down elsewhere so that I can just paste it here. So I have pasted. Okay, see, it became roots. Fruits. Now I need to save it. Okay, so say I will call it for lists. I have saved it, and now I want to run it. See, apple, banana, mango. If, see what I'll do, I'll make it say ORANGE, orange, and I'll save it and I'll run it. See, orange also is printed. I don't need to do anything in that for syntax because it is running through that list, and I keep on increasing or decreasing that list, and automatically when I run them, the for loop will be repeated only that many number of times. So that makes it clear that for loop can actually run through the list. Now you have learnt about the for loop and the while loop. So now let us come to nested loops. What are nested loops? A loop within a loop. So here, this is my first loop, which I will call the outer loop. Okay? And this is the second loop, which I am calling the inner loop. Now you know that everything in a loop happens according to the counter. So here I have two counters to keep a track of. I'm going to explain to you how it actually works so that you can understand, and actually you should try to work it side by side while I am doing this with you. This is the first counter, this is the counter 1, and this is the counter 2. So the program control will come to for I in range 1, 4. So the outer loop starts executing. And for that, I is equal to 1, right? Because it starts from 1. Now it comes here. So now it has to go into another loop. So here, j is equal to 1. Then what it has to do? Print I, j. So let me write the output here. Okay. Output is 1, 1. Excellent. After this, the control goes back to the inner loop. And what happens here is j is equal to 2. And then again it will come to your print I, j. So it will be like 1, 2. Okay. Once that is done, then again the control will come here and j is equal to 3, but j has to be less than 3. So the control will now pass to the outer loop. Okay. So I will say this exit, and control passes to outer loop, and so the value of I is incremented and I is equal to 2. For I is equal to 2, again this loop will be executed, okay, the inner loop. So now j is equal to 1, and what is printed? I, j. So now the I value is 2, so it will be printed 2, 1. Then it will be j is equal to 2, so it will be 2, 2. And this is how it will be executed till this outer loop is also executed for values of I, 1, 2 and 3, 1 less than what is written here. I hope you remember that. And then the control will pass to here, and whatever are the sentences written there, if nothing is written, then of course nothing will happen. So now let me go back to the program and show you how to do that. Okay, so should I do it in the same file? Yeah, let me do it in the same file. I'll just copy the stuff. Okay. Control V. Hold up. You see here 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, and then it simply exits. So this is how the nesting is working here. But then this was a very simple nested loop. So let me just do something extra. Here I have a while loop inside a for loop. Okay? And actually we are going to print a table. Okay, so here we are pasting this and I'm saving it, and then table of 1, table of 2 and table of 3 is printed. Done. You can print table till 10, so I have only done till 3 because I just needed to show how it works. And now let's go the other way around. In this program we had a while loop inside a for loop, but now it is a for loop inside a while loop, and let us see how that works. Okay, there is something that I forgot to explain, which is this statement. So I will do that in a bit. That is just a shortcut of j is equal to j plus 1, which I am doing again here. No, round num is equal to round num plus 1. So again I am saving this and I am running it. Okay, so round 1 results, position 1, position 2, then round 2. So basically you can have any combination of loops inside another loop. We could have another loop inside here. So n number of levels you can go to. And now I have something really interesting for you. Why I say interesting? Because till now we have been working with counters that are incremented by 1. See this. Or if I go to the previous one, so this one, j is equal to j plus 1. This is the shortcut. Okay. You can have the counter increment by any positive or negative number. So let me tell you what is happening here. So here this is the counter variable in range 2. So this is the initial value. Okay? This is the final value and this is the increment. It will start like this. I is equal to 2. So print I. So it will print 2. This is the output and that. Okay. Then in the next iteration I will be equal to, yes, 2 plus 2, which is equal to 4. So it will print 4. Next iteration I will be equal to 6. So it will be 6. So basically what is happening here is we are printing even numbers. Similarly, we can print odd number also. Yes, the first odd number has to be 1, right? So I will be range 1, 21, 2. And this will print the odd numbers. So I want you to pause the video here, open ideally or any other programming environment that you are using, and change the range and see if the odd numbers are being printed or not. If not, you will drop a comment and let me know. You can do the same thing in while also. In while, it is easier because we were anyways doing this separately. So this is the initialization, and here counter variable we are increasing by 2. If we can do num is equal to num plus 3, then what will be printed? It will print 2, 5, 8, right? Till 20. 8 plus 3, 11, 11 plus 3, 14, 14 plus 3, 17, 17 plus 3, 20, 20 plus 3, 23, so it will exit. Of course, this is neither odd nor even. We're just playing around. So you can try this small program also. Now, have you noticed that here I have written positive or negative number? I initial value is 10. So what will be printed? 10. And here the increment is really decrement. Decrement is for negative, minus, subtraction. I minus 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, just one line of program. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it here. What do you say? Should I? So for I in range 10, comma 0, comma minus 1. For I in range 10, comma 0, comma minus 1, and then I'll do colon, and now I'll not get the syntax error. And I could have edited this part in the video, but I have not edited just to show that everybody, I have been writing programs for so long, but still I make such silly mistakes. It's you just by mistake you pressed enter. So when you start writing, you will do lots of such unforced errors. Don't be angry at yourself that, oh, you can't write even this 2 lines of program. No, you're not supposed to. You are supposed to learn your way through it. So print I and let's see what happens. Okay, so 1 less. So it will be 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, and if we have to do that using while, then we will initialize the counter to 10 and then we'll go till 0. Okay, and if we give less than equal to 0, then actually 0 can also be printed, but here we are just printing 10 to 1. Okay, now let's move to another interesting thing that I want to tell you about, and that is break and continue. So you are running the loop and you want to discontinue it in between. Example, if I go to a library and you're looking through one shelf and oh, okay, yeah, I found the book. Now once you find that book, you do not go and browse the rest of. If you want, you can do that, but you were there to find the book, so normally you would pick that book and go and read it. So that means that loop was there, that action was there, but it had to be stopped depending on the outcome of that iteration. So this is example that I have taken here. So books this is a list and checking. So which book it is checking. So you are browsing the shelf. So book is equal to 5 and print found my book break. That means it will break and stop the loop, and stopping the loop means this break is for this loop. So the moment this break is encountered, it will move to whatever comes after this. If there's nothing, then no line would be executed. The program has completed execution. What happens in continue? Let me give you an example. If I is 3, then it will continue. That means this statement only will be skipped. It will not be executed, but the control will not come out of the loop. Here what was happening? The moment break happened, then the program control came out of this for loop. But here only this statement, if there are multiple statements after this, then they will all be skipped and the control will go back to be executed the next time. So what will happen here is actually 1, 2, then 3 will not be printed, then 4 and 5 would be printed. Let me just show that to you how that would work. See, checking math, science, Python, found my Python book. And it has not printed history. If I say for book in books, if book is equal to, so I'm changing it here, okay? Say maths. Then what will happen? See. Checking maths Okay. This is what happens when you are in a hurry. So hopefully now you should read correctly. Checking max found none. So it will not go beyond the first four, right? So this is how it happens. Now we were talking about break for I in inch. See, 3 is skipped. So you give you more control over how loops actually behave. Although I must say that it is not very good programming practice to use too much of break and continue. If you are having to use break and continue in your loops, then maybe you should need to think about which loop to use, what logic to apply. But we can come to that later. For now, just know that break and continue will give you more control over how the loops are behaving, as we saw in the programs also. I have two mini programs for you. You have to print these patterns. I'll give the solution in the description, or I'll drop the solutions in the comment. For now, why don't you pause the video and try it for yourself? So in this video, we learned that loops help us in repeating tasks, while loop is used if we want to repeat until the condition fails. For is used when we have to repeat the loop for a fixed number of times. We know beforehand it has to be executed 10 times, 20 times, 100 times. Nested loops is loops inside loop, and it could be the same type of loop nested, or it could be a mixed variety, as we saw the examples also. And we use break and continue to control the loop behavior to some extent. In the next video, we'll be learning about functions in Python. So this was all for today. If you have any questions, please drop in the comment. I promise to answer. If you like the video, give a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell icon. And if you think someone else would find this useful, then please share it with them. That's all for today. Thank you. Bye bye.